Hello. So I'm gonna read some more Nietzsche. I took a break from it unintentionally. I've been busy. I think maybe I just need to read one a day or something because I would like to just go through it. So Beyond Good and Evil, Friedrich Nietzsche, Aphorism 37, Book 2, The Free Spirit. What? Doesn't this mean to speak with the vulgar? God is refuted, but the devil is not? On the contrary, my friends, and the devil, who forces you to speak with the vulgar? 38. What happened most recently in the broad daylight of modern times in the case of the French Revolution, that gruesome farce which, considered closely, was quite superfluous, though noble and enthusiastic spectators from all over Europe contemplated it from a distance and interpreted it according to their own indignations and enthusiasms for so long and so passionately that the text finally disappeared under the interpretation, could happen once more, as a noble posterity might misunderstand the whole past and in that way alone make it tolerable to look at. Or rather, isn't this what has happened even now? Haven't we ourselves been this noble posterity? And isn't now precisely the moment when, insofar as we comprehend this, it's all over? Aphorism 39. Nobody is likely to consider a doctrine true merely because it makes people happy or virtuous, except perhaps the lovely idealists who become effusive about the good, the true, and the beautiful, and allow all kinds of motley, clumsy, and benevolent desiderata to swim around in utter confusion in their pond. Happiness and virtue are no arguments, but people like to forget, even sober spirits, that making unhappy and evil are no counter-arguments. Something might be true while being harmful and dangerous in the highest degree. Indeed, it might be a basic characteristic of its existence that those who would know it completely would perish, in which case the strength of a spirit should be measured according to how much of the truth one could still barely endure. Or to put it more clearly, to what degree one would require it to be thinned down, shrouded, sweetened, blunted, and falsified. But there's no doubt at all that the evil and unhappy are more favored when it comes to the discovery of certain parts of truth, and that the probability of their success here is greater, not to speak of the evil who are happy, a species the moralists bury in silence. Perhaps hardness and cunning furnish more favorable conditions for the origin of the strong, independent spirit and philosopher than the gentle, fine, conciliatory good-naturedness and art of taking things lightly, which people prize, and prize rightly, in a scholar. Assuming, first of all, that the concept philosopher is not restricted to the philosopher who writes books or makes books of his philosophy. A final trait of the image of the free-spirited philosopher is contributed by Stendhal, whom, considering German taste, I do not want to fail to stress, for he goes against the German taste. Pour être bon philosophie, says this last great psychologist, il faut être clair sans illusion. I shouldn't even try the French, should I? But I'm going to. Un banquier qui a fait fortune a une partie du caricature requise pour faire des découvertes en philosophie, c'est-à-dire pour voir clair dans ce qui est. Okay, wait, his translation is, to be a good philosopher, one must be dry, clear, without illusion. A banker who has made a fortune has one character trait that is needed for making discoveries in philosophy, that is to say, for seeing clearly into what is.